The founder of Believers Love World, aka Christ Embassy, who preached to his congregation in a live TV show, said the pandemic was created to popularize the 5G network that is gradually gaining attention worldwide, berating President Muhammadu Buhari ordered on lockdown. He has alleged that the federal government has shut down Lagos and Abuja to install the controversial 5G network. The preacher said this during his preaching in his church on Sunday, April 5th. He believed that what killed so many people in Wuhan, China is not the coronavirus as reported, but rather the 5G network installed here. There, he challenged everyone with a different opinion to come forward. At a social distance, Oyakhilome said it is a government trick to keep people inside so they don't protest the installation of a 5G network in Nigeria. Pastor Chris outlines the relationship between 5G and the coronavirus. Pastor Chris Oyakhilome has weighed in the controversy surrounding the 5G network amid the coronavirus pandemic, which has crippled operations in many countries around the world. Well, this thing is just gaining traction here and there, and people with different opinions, those who are engineers, those who are scientists, they've come up with their theories, saying that what people are talking about with the coronavirus, do not really have a relationship, or there's no correlation between the two in the first place. They try to define those who are, physics students, those who are science students. They try to, pieces the whole thing and know that people should not just believe all of these things and what have you. But I would like you guys to let us know what you think about this whole thing, and because a lot of people have been coming out for this pastor that he does not know what he's talking about. First and foremost, like in most of the countries that have been observing this social distancing, lockdown, and what have you, and I don't know whether they locked them in so that they will be able to install whatever in their countries, and all of these things are just I just think there's a kind of misunderstanding. There's a disconnect somewhere, and somebody has already sold some things out, and a lot of people are just buying into it. One thing is that even before Buhari, because I just want to look at this thing, in a different perspective, because like me, I don't really just, wave everything, anything. I just wave it, even without even look at some things, because you just wave it off. You don't even, try to dissect some things. I could remember even before Buhari could come to address us, it took a lot of time. People were, I think Nigerians were the ones calling, shut down everywhere, shut down the borders and all of that. Nigerians were crying. They was like, when we had that index case, the Italian man that came, people said yes, they had to do this. And at some point, Buhari was even blamed for not shutting down the international airports. Some said, he was waiting for his daughter and some of the government officials to have come in before they do that shutting down, and after which they eventually did. For him to even come out, I think some states had already started this lockdown of a thing. It was out of a complaint, cry here and there. The president was not talking to us. He was not doing that. I'm not disputing anything, but I'm just looking at it from a different perspective. It is the same Nigerians that were crying that, let them shut all our borders so that all these foreigners will not be coming, most especially those who are with a high cases of this coronavirus in their country should not be coming in. That is what a lot of countries have been doing. Nigerians were the ones crying, no, this and this and that. Of course, you have your own opinion, just like he said. If you have a different opinion, you can say it. Nobody should come and say, your head is not, your head is bent, your hand is bent, or you are this, you are that. No, 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 no. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. And that is what I'm just trying to say, that this man, Nigerians cried, let him just come and talk to us. Come and do this, come and do whatever. They should lock down the this thing, and he was accused of not doing that. So at some point, even before, like I said, even before the federal government came to talk about the Lagos state stuff and Abuja and Ogun, Lagos had already started their own shutdown. I don't know about this, but even other states, even River State, it was even River State had already, River State was one of the first states that, you could not come in, you could not go out, any transport, whatever. He shut down, even the airspace, he shut down everything. And he was talking about the international airport, whether they are going to cooperate with them. because he said somebody, with that virus was coming from Abuja, wanted to import the sickness into that state, and they got that first hand information, and it was the first person that did all of that. So coming back again to now say, oh, this and this and this and that, Nigerians were even the ones that said, no, we have to do this, we have to do that. Some people don't even up to now don't believe that this virus is real, but I don't know. Of course, they are entitled to their opinion. Of course, the world is shrouded in secrecy. All the top leaders, they are, they know how they meet, and anything will happen. Of course, we can be deliberating, we can be arguing, based on, what are things that are really visible to us. But there are some things that are so deeper. So that's why you don't just even discard anything, but you don't just take anything just like that without even thinking through. So that is just my own opinion concerning all of this, is whether they shut down the three countries or the three states for them to install all of this. Lagos had already started. Even that the river state that is not even among the three places that were shut by the federal government, like Rivers, they did that. They even started this inter whatever, and a lot of people challenged him. Some lawyers challenged Wike for doing that. So this whole thing, just you have to keep our head straight. If whatever that you are hearing from different places, you need to really keep your head straight so that you will not just be misled, or you will not be confused at the end of the day. So that's just the way I see this whole thing. And someone says here that, let's hear what people are saying. Someone says, this man is saying the truth. They should come out and challenge him for it. I have taken time to listen to Pastor Chris' view on this matter. Let's leave sentiment out of this. Pastor is making sense, and he has challenged anyone that could debunk what he's saying on the link of the COVID to 5G network to come forward. This is a mark of a man that is sure of what he's saying. Just like this person saying that, you've taken time to listen to Pastor Chris. Have you listened to other arguments elsewhere apart from what he said? That's what we are talking about. What have you who have you listened to? Those who are real professional, those who are even into religion, have you listened to different types of people before you can conclude that, oh, you have listened to him, and you say, we need to go beyond that. We need to go beyond that. And someone is saying, good that you listen to Pastor Chris. Take your time to do a study on 5G on your own. Exactly what I said. You don't just listen to only one person and just believe that, oh, okay, you just take everything like that. No, try other things, bring them together. Even the Bible says that test all spirits. It says test all spirits and see that which is true. Test all spirits, not even one spirit. It says test all of them. Then you'll be able to know which is which. Someone says, yes, this is what it is. There's nothing like coronavirus, but 5G network is what is killing people all over the world. This is Antichrist. Say no to 5G network. It was part of this year prophecies that this man will mess himself up totally, and I believe the man has started. It's talking about a Pastor Chris, and a lot of people say, who prophesied that he's going to mess himself up? Please make a critical research on the 5G network. You will discover that all what Pastor Chris is saying is nothing but the clear truth. Since Nigerians have already accepted fake pastors and churches, let us accept this 5G network too. I strongly believe that this 5G network will never kill more people than fake pastors. Fake pastors are even worse. They kill, they mislead, they render Africa poor, they maintain us in Western bondage, and they are always putting fear on the masses. Someone say 5G is evil, a killer, and it must stop. Someone say we don't need 5G here in Nigeria. Someone say I've done my research on 5G. That is why what Pastor Chris said made sense to me. In other words, what he said confirmed my findings. What about you? Have you done your own research on 5G, or are you just being deceived by cover-ups propagated by architects of enemy of mankind? Someone says God will disappoint them. It is not only Pastor Chris that is saying it. So I believe what the pastor is saying. The pastor is the real Antichrist, the real 666. Thank you, sir, for the information. When will Nigeria learn until this president kill Nigerians? If it is true, we must reject it, but those reports do those whose report do Nigeria rely on? How I wish the government could expect its church denomination globally from lockdown to see if the anointing could resist being infected by some of members. It's like some clerics have forgotten that their failed anointing oil is costly, handkerchief and whatever. You can decide to rely on the reports of the federal government with its lockdown syndrome. People who are infected with a hunger as we speak are more than those with the virus. Someone say, on a serious note, we don't need 5G. We clearly know the implication behind it. World pastor have protest against it yesterday at Lagos. I stand with Pastor Chris. Okay. So guys, let us hear your opinion. A lot of people are saying, oh, they stand with Pastor Chris, they align with him, he's saying the truth, they believe him, and what have you. So what do you expect? What do you think in your own opinion from all the things that you have heard? Let's hear all of those in the comment section. Thank you.